I'm Emily Pennington with Wine and Spirits Daily, and I'm here at WSWA TV Studios at the 75th Annual WSWA Convention and Exposition. Here I have with me the man himself, WSWA CEO, or outgoing CEO, Craig Wolf. So first of all, how are you feeling? This is your last one.
You know, it's hard. You know, I've been here for 18 plus years now, and I've loved every minute of it. The people are great, the members are great, the industry's a wonderful industry. You know, the ability to work well together with people to achieve results for your members. It's been a wonderful experience, and so I'm going to miss it a lot. But it was time for me to move on and face new challenges. So I'm conflicted because you know the people are, like I said, the people are wonderful. I've had a great experience. The lessons I've learned will carry with me for a lifetime. The type of people that these people are, that you know, they're kind, they're smart, they're savvy. They understand the importance of relationships and talking to one another. Those are lessons that'll carry on with me for the rest of my life.
Excellent. I heard you had a great party last night.
Yeah, that was kind of tough because, you know, it was saying goodbye to all the people that I've been working with for 18 plus years, and you know, I'm humbled by it. I just feel so fortunate. There are a lot of trade associations in Washington, and there's a lot of different industries, but to land in the job that I was able to get, and to work with the issues that I was able to work with, the people I was able to work with, that is very unique in Washington. Usually in trade associations, you don't deal with the principles. And our industry is unique in the sense that, you know, when I deal with issues, I deal with the principals, the owners of the companies. And that's amazing to be able to do because you get decisions quickly. So if issues come up you have to address, you're able to quickly make decisions. You can be agile, you can be very, very quick to turn on a dime almost to deal with new issues. And that's one of the things that we've done well. That whatever the issue came up, we were able to quickly make decisions and deal with it directly.
What do you think is the greatest lesson you've learned that you're going to take with you?
I think it's about dealing with people. It's about understanding that people are different, they have different interests, but how to bring them together. Because the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America is not a homogenous group. They are a disparate group, and they have some very large outsized personalities among them. And figuring out how to bring so many disparate elements together and under a common cause or a common theme, it was a real challenge, but I think that's what I'll take most out of it. The ability to work together with people who have different ideas, different interests, and find common ground. That's very important, and the only way really a trade association can work is if you're able to do that.
Okay. In your 18 years, is there one accomplishment that you're most proud of?
I think the thing I'm most proud of is not a particular victory won or a particular issue that we were able to turn a certain way. What I'm most proud of is my team, my staff. You know, we have worked hard to build the most effective group of professionals in Washington in a trade association. And in each department, we have the just top-notch people who are committed to the association, committed to the success of the organization, and have just done a tremendous job. And you know, my focus has always been with them is to understand that they're individuals, they have lives. When they come to work, it's a job, but they give so much of themselves, and they've given so much back to the industry and certainly to the wholesale tier. That's been, I think, something that I will cherish most, is building that team and having those great people working for a common cause.
Sure. Can you talk about how different the industry looks than when you first came into it? You
know, it's funny. So in 1943, when WSWA was founded, they were founded because of the threat of what's called disintermediation, right? Getting rid of the middle tier, you know, getting rid of the middleman. When I took over, that was the issue, right? And today, it's kind of still the issue, but it's compounded. It's compounded by a couple things. It's compounded by the questions of mergers and acquisitions and consolidation, which has been moving much more rapidly of late. but really it's the technological issues that are going to affect everything going forward. And the new players in the marketplace and the different ways of means of distribution and consumer demand for on-demand economy, where you have things delivered in an hour and you want what you want now, not 3 days from now. And so everything's changing, and distributors, have a great opportunity to take advantage of these changes, but they have to be nimble, and they have to act quickly, and they have to understand the threats they're facing and turn them into opportunities. Now that's always been what they've done. That's why they're around 75 years later, because they're very agile, they're very adaptable. But these are challenges of a whole different scale. So it's going to be a difficult thing, but they're smart, they're savvy, they're adaptable, they'll figure out a way to get through it, even without me.
What would you like to see happen in the industry in the next 5 years?
I'd like to see a realization of the importance of our system. Rob Sands was our award winner today of our Sidney Frank Award, and he came out during his acceptance speech and he said, you know what, do you know why that this industry in America, the alcohol beverage industry in America, is the most profitable and the best market for beverage alcohol in the world today? And he said, because of the three-tier system. And today it's very, what's the term I'm looking for, easy, it's very in vogue to say, let's break down, let's deregulate everything, let's change all the rules. But the fact is that the system that we have allowed the industry to thrive to this point. And what people don't understand is that change can be good, but it can also be bad. And to the extent that the change gets rid of the rules of the road, that changes the nature of the system, I'm not sure it's going to be in the best interest of the consumer in the long run. I think people have to be careful about what they wish for. We have a great system, it's the best in the world. Tinker with it, certainly make some changes to it, but the, no pun intended, wholesale disposal of an industry that has been the key to success of the whole industry around the world would be a grave mistake in my opinion. But certain selfish interests tend to predominate these days, and they don't understand that the bigger picture is more important.
Yeah. All right, well, you clearly love this industry.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to leave? I think it's public knowledge at this point, right? That you are running for Attorney General in Maryland?
That's correct, yeah.
Why?
I came from a background of law enforcement. I was a state prosecutor, I was a federal prosecutor. When I worked on Capitol Hill for the Senate Judiciary Committee, I dealt with a lot of criminal justice issues and constitutional issues. I took this job because I found it intriguing and interesting. We knew there was a case going to the Supreme Court. It was a whole new experience. But my heart has always been in the areas of public safety and law enforcement. And so, as the years went by, the question I always asked myself was, how long will you stay, and at what point would you leave? And I didn't want to stay till my 70s, and be sort of pushed out. You always want to go out on top, by the way. Going out on top is a great thing. But I saw an opportunity to try to make a difference in Maryland. And what I tell people is, bad things happen when good people sit on the sidelines. And so I see problems in Maryland. I think I can help solve those problems, or at least contribute to making things better in Maryland. And so, like I did 15 years ago when I joined the Army, I'm not standing on the sidelines. I'm getting involved in the fight, and I'm taking a risk. I understand that. I'm giving up a beautiful, great job to do that. But it's worthwhile. If I can make a difference in Maryland and work on saving some lives and changing some lives, then it'll be worthwhile.
Nice. Well, what would you like to see in the next leader for WSWA?
I've talked to the executive committee and the search committee about that. I largely have to stay out of the process because there's internal and external candidates going for the job. But I thought there were three things that the search committee should focus on. The first thing is to have somebody who is a manager, who can manage people. You need to have somebody who can manage his team and do it effectively. The second thing I thought was somebody who is a strategic thinker. You need to have somebody who's always looking ahead to see where the new challenges lie and prepare for them, so you're not facing them and always being reactive. You're always trying to think ahead and figure out, okay, here's where the problems are going to be and how do we address them before they get to be real big problems. And the third thing is you need a worker. You need somebody who's actually going to roll up their sleeves and work hard, and that is not the universal rule. You need somebody who's going to work hard. When I come to the convention, my rule has been, no job is too big or too small. If somebody needs help with something, I don't care that I'm the president and CEO. If I can help with anything, I do it. That's kind of my philosophy on life, by the way. But you got to be a worker. You got to be prepared to roll up your sleeves, learn the industry, understand the issues, work hard day in, day out to create you have a good team, but to even build the team even more, and to really look ahead and see what the challenges are going to be. So those are the three things: management capabilities, strategic thinking, and hard work.
Do you think someone outside of this industry can do as effective a job, or do you think it should be from someone from inside?
That's a hard question. I think there are good people inside and outside the industry. I will tell you this, it's a steep learning curve, as you know, in this industry. And even today, I learn every day new things. And so, and I've been here for 18 plus years, and I actually was dealing with alcohol issues 2 years before that was in the Senate. So 20 years I've been dealing with this. Yeah. Actually even go further back, because I worked for my uncle's liquor store when I was growing up. So I have a lot of history with the alcohol industry. Sure. But it is a steep learning curve, and it's something that's tough to acquire in a short period of time. But that being said, if you're a hard worker, if you're smart and you're willing to learn, and you're willing to put the time in to do it, and you have the other skills necessary, I think somebody from the outside can do it. Look, it wasn't my whole life before I came here, right? I was on the criminal side of things, the criminal enforcement
Sure.
side. So I was able to figure it out, but you have to have the will to do it,
Okay.
which is tough.
Well, Craig, I think I can speak for most people in this industry when I say thank you for the dedication and the hard work that you've put in for 18 years. You've really made a difference, and you should be proud.
Thank you. Like I say, any success I've had has been due to my team and my membership. I've just been able to capitalize on great people.
Excellent. Well said. Well, and good luck in your race.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all for joining us. And stay tuned. We'll have more.